Hi, welcome to Vicky Makes and Builds. Okay, so the online speed puzzling competitions are coming in thick and fast for me so far this year. I did my very first one back at Easter. That was through the UK Jigsaw Puzzle Association. And I just participated in my second one back on the 2nd of May, and that was one of the Euro Jigsaw Jam competitions. And I have a third coming in June, also with the Euro Jigsaw Jam. I've loved being able to keep up with my speed puzzling. I was a bit worried that not going to Worlds this year would mean I would be not doing very much at all, and I might get rusty, but as it turns out there has been plenty to keep me going. So this video is all about my online competition that I did on the 2nd of May, and it was Jigsaw Jam number 8. So the story behind this is that I was actually invited to participate by Michelle, the organiser of the Euro Jigsaw Jam, and she offered to send me puzzles for 2 of the competitions that were happening in sort of May and June. And out of the solo competition dates that she offered me, I picked the one on the 2nd of May and one on the 13th of June. So in return for getting these puzzles for free, I am spreading the word about these events. But honestly, I would have been really happy to do that anyway because they are fun, they're really well organised, and just a brilliant thing to promote speed puzzling and just get more of that going, especially in the run-up to Worlds. So I'd like to thank Michelle so much for sending me these puzzles. It's an honour to be invited to participate. Okay, so all the puzzles that are in the Euro Jigsaw Jam, whether for the solo events or for the pairs events, they're all 500-piece puzzles. Obviously, we don't know the image until the event starts. They come in wrapping paper, but we also don't know what the brand will be. It could be any one of a number of different brands that do 500-piece puzzles. So I'll show you an example. This one here is my puzzle for the 13th of June competition. My other one came in different wrapping paper, so it's all kind of snazzy wrapping paper. This one has crocodiles all over it. It's very, very nice. And they have a wee label which details, it says do not open before the competition starts, it says mystery puzzle number, and then whatever the number of the Euro Jigsaw Jam is, it's got the date. So it's really obvious, because I got 2 of these through at once, it was really obvious which one was for which competition. So they give you everything that you need and it all comes wrapped up. So the only clue you really have is the shape of the box. So my puzzle for the 2nd of May competition came in pink wrapping paper, but it was very obvious that I was dealing with a 500-piece Ravensburger. And the reason I knew that is just because I have done enough Ravensburger puzzles, 500-piece Ravensburger puzzles, to know what shape they are. I've got a lot in my stash, and I was able just to kind of line the 2 up and just know, like I just knew. So there is a clue to be had there, I guess, but that's really it. Like, I'm not as familiar with other 500-piece puzzle brands, so, but in this case, I knew it was going to be a Ravensburger. I had no idea what the image was going to be. So it sat waiting to be done, and I was getting more and more excited. In the run-up to the event, I received an email, and that gave me all the details to join the competition, which in this case takes place through Google Meet. My one with the UK Jigsaw Puzzle Association, that took place through Zoom, but it's the same idea. This one is just with Google Meet, and you get like a wee link and a code for joining. When the day arrived, I had everything set up. I wanted to try and film it overhead with my Canon camera, but unfortunately my camera has a tendency to stop recording after a certain amount of time. It's just a slightly frustrating quirk about my Canon camera. And what ended up happening was, once I'd started the puzzle, I got so engrossed that I just forgot to turn it back on. So I got a very tiny amount of footage from the overhead camera. However, what I did get was footage from my phone, which I'd set up over on this side, and it could see the puzzle area and it recorded me puzzling in real time. So I'll be showing you that footage of it coming together from the side. And this time around, I did not have my usual look with the puzzle. Now, I have in the past had puzzles come up in competitions, including the online speed puzzling competition I did at Easter for the UK Jigsaw Puzzle Association. I had done that puzzle just a few days before, And yeah, I've been quite lucky in that sense, but the puzzle I pulled out was not one I'd done before at all, and I was actually really surprised to pull out a Friends puzzle. Here it is. You might actually already know that it was a Friends puzzle that I got. I did put up a wee short on this not long after the actual competition. But yeah, it's a 500-piece Ravensburger as I suspected, and it's called I'll Be There For You. Yeah, lots of faces, lots of skin, lots of hair, and no real detail with the hair because it's all really dark, apart from Phoebe at the end and a little bit of Rachel's hair at the front. The hair's all really dark, so there's massive dark colour in the middle. So, I'm going to show you the footage just now, and I will give you a little bit of a voiceover on how I tackled it and what my process was, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So here's the footage. I hope you enjoy.
And there are 4 plastic stickers on there, so you may slice those open as well.
Oh my gosh. Not open. I honestly don't know if the full flip was right for this or not. It was fine, but I don't know if I started with the right thing, that being the faces. The thing is, they were what stood out to me, so I didn't really think I just went for it. Problem with the face is that there are several eyes, mouths and noses, and you'd think they'd be simple to distinguish, but when they're out of context from the rest of the face, one nose or eye looks much like another, surprisingly enough. I knew all those dark parts where the hair blends together would be harder, so I left those, but Phoebe's hair did stand out as it was the lightest in colour, so I also did that, which helped. The clothes were also pretty distinct, the ones that weren't in shadow anyway. I also found the table to be not too bad. There's an obvious transition line which made that a little easier too. The cartoony drawings around the edge were actually harder because they were repeated, but once the middle was done, they came together okay. And I then worked on the hair, separating the tops of their heads, and I did the edges last. I don't have a problem with my method, but I do keep wondering if I did it in the right order and if perhaps sorting would have been better.
So we are at 1 hour and 27 minutes. If your goal is to finish within 90 minutes, you have 2.5 minutes left. So Vicky, you're done. Woo, congratulations. And here's Lynn from Norway, also on the home stretch.
So I had my own timer running and I stopped that at 1 hour, 27 minutes and 37 seconds. But when you've finished the puzzle, you are supposed to type into the chat on the Google Meet just the word done. And I had already typed it in ready to just, hit return and for it to pop up. But for some reason, I kind of fumbled the whole thing and it took me a few seconds to actually get the word done in the chat. So it's possible that my result was a little longer in the actual results for the Euro Jigsaw Jam. We actually had 2 hours to do the puzzle, but I was really wanting to try and get the puzzle finished in 90 minutes because that's usually the time we get to do a 500-piece puzzle at things like Worlds. So, I was keen to try and get it below that time, and I managed that just. It was close, but I was pleased that I did manage to get it done within that time. I actually thought the puzzle was really tricky. So before I show you the results, I want to just show you a little bit of footage from the Euro Jigsaw Jam's live stream that they did of the event on their YouTube channel. Michelle, the organiser, interviewing me after I'd finished my puzzle. So here is the footage from that.
Vicky, are you there?
Hi.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so how was that for you?
Um, I struggled with that. I thought that was hard. It was good though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but I'm the faces and hair. Yeah, not my kind of speed puzzle, I don't think.
But yeah, you do lots of puzzles from movies and such, so you must be used to doing faces and different characters.
I suppose I've done a few. Yeah, I suppose I've done a few. I just don't know if I can do them fast very well. But the hair's not very defined. It's all very dark. Phoebe's hair wasn't bad because hers is blonde, but the rest was a bit difficult. But no, it was good. I enjoyed the puzzle.
And were you singing along the theme song in your head? Are you of the
Yeah,
Friends generation?
yeah, I am. Yeah, I loved it. And I did. Yeah, I'm probably going to be singing it for the rest of the day.
And did you have the Jennifer Aniston hairstyle?
No, I don't. I don't think I did. No.
Yeah, and yeah, so were you live streaming at the same time, or you were just filming for an upcoming video?
I was just filming for this one. I was thinking I might live stream my next one, which is in June.
And how were you training for the champs?
Well, I've been practice speed puzzling, 500 piece puzzles, but a lot of that's really for all these online competitions I've been doing. It's actually 1,000 piece puzzle that I'll be doing at the champs with Jeanette. Because Jeanette's going to be my pairs partner at the British champs.
Oh, she's coming over to the.
Yeah, yeah, Jeanette from Slovenia. She's coming over to the UK ones, and we're going to be pairs partners on it. So I need to go get practicing some Gibson's puzzles. But I've been a bit lax with that. I've been doing loads of Ravensburgers.
Yeah, because I heard that they only use Gibsons, but only 1,000 piece puzzles.
Yeah, yeah. And you can only enter one category. So you can either do solos or pairs or teams. You can't do all three, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you've picked pairs and you're doing that with Jeanette.
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds really fun. So, do you have a
yeah.
chance to practice with her beforehand, or are you just going to get there on the same day and then just go for it?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna get there and go for it. Well, we might get some chance maybe the night before because I arrived the day before. I'm up in Scotland and they're down in England. So I've got a bit of a journey. But yeah, we might get some practice in, but I don't know. I don't know that we'll get much. But that I mean we have puzzled before, but it was last year.
Yeah.
At the Worlds we puzzled together. So I just want to have fun. I think it's just gonna be fun.
Yeah. No, it'd be good to catch up and have another live in-person competition before the Worlds. And
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it'd be brill. It'd be brill.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight joining in our competition and that you enjoyed the puzzle.
Yeah,
And we'll
I
see
do.
you
It's great.
again. When are we seeing you? Early June.
June, I think it's 13th, middle of June. If I've got that right.
Yeah,
Hang on.
I think it's the 13th, and then there's the 23rd. But the 23rd is on the same weekend as your chaps.
13th, this says. So, so that's, yeah. And the other one, I'm away in the UK ones. So,
Yeah. All right, great. Well, then we'll see you again in June. Thanks for
yeah.
participating.
See you in June. Thanks for inviting me. Bye.
Bye.
So I'm going to link the Euro Jigsaw Jam's YouTube channel in the description below. If you click on their live tab, they will have all the live streams in there for all of the Euro Jigsaw Jam events that they have done so far. They do live stream them all. So the results on the Euro Jigsaw Jam page had me at 23rd out of 39 participants, and they had a time of 1 hour 27 and 36 seconds. So I actually thought theirs would be longer, but I think I must have either stopped my timer after I'd hit done, or maybe they stopped it when they saw I'd put the last piece in. I'm not certain. But anyway, it was around about the same time, 1 hour and 27 minutes. And so, yeah, that put me 23rd out of 39, which I'm not too displeased with. I thought that was okay. It was definitely a tricky puzzle, I thought. and I knew, you know, I wasn't going to get any kind of world-beating times on it. I would have liked to have come a little bit higher up in the rankings, but, you know, there were some fast puzzlers in my Euro Jigsaw Jam, so I'm pleased with that overall. I actually really enjoyed the puzzle, but I thought it was a tough one to speed run. I felt like there was a lack of kind of definition in some of it, especially around the faces and hair. It was almost kind of blurry. There weren't a great deal of really defined lines that I could see. So, you know, that didn't help much. Also, with there being 6 faces, like, even though, you know, you had 3 boys and 3 girls, and the fact that it was just slightly blurry, it wasn't obvious. You know, you might have got a mouth or a nose or an eye, and it wasn't obvious whether it was a male or female eye, mouth and nose. So that kind of threw me a little bit as well. But I did enjoy it. It was making me quite nostalgic, bringing back memories. I did used to love Friends when I was younger, and I watched all of them. And yeah, I got the song stuck in my head for, you know, a wee while during the competition and afterwards, so thanks for that. But no, I did enjoy it. I thought it was quite tough to speed run. What I am curious about though is how much I could improve my time if I did it again. Now, I know it's not been very long since I last did the puzzle, so there will be improvement on those grounds. What I would like to do though is use a different tactic this time. The first time around I used the full flip, obviously, as you saw, but maybe, just maybe, if I did a full sort, that would make the difference. So here is the time lapse of me doing the puzzle again, but this time using the full sort method. So as you can see, I did it in 1 hour, 17 minutes and 57 seconds, which is a good improvement, 10 minutes, more or less. And yeah, I'm pleased with that. I'm not sure if it's how much is due to the sorting and how much is due to having done it before. I think that was a big factor, maybe half and half. I don't know, unless it was really significant, like maybe 15 or 20 minutes. I would have said, yeah, sorting's the best method, but difficult to tell on a 10-minute improvement. But anyway, I enjoyed doing it both ways. I enjoyed the full flip and the sort. I'm definitely getting more comfortable with the full flip, but I do think that there are some puzzles that suit one more than the other. I've just not quite got to grips with making that kind of spur of the moment decision on it, where I see the image and I think, that's that method, that's going to be the best method. I've just not quite got there yet. I don't know what it is. I kind of have a bit of a blank. The thing is, when I do puzzles, I tend to just start and then sort of it comes to me as I go along, but you don't really have time or leisure to do that when you're speed puzzling. So I don't know, maybe I'll need to practice just kind of doing different types of images and kind of being able to judge a little better which is going to be best. Or maybe just one type is just, I'm just faster at. I've no idea, I really don't know. I need to do more. I need to do more speed puzzling, obviously, and find this out. And speaking of more speed puzzling, here is another puzzle I did just for fun, and I timed it as well, just because I was in the mood for speed puzzling on this particular day. I did it straight after I did the Friends puzzle the second time, and this puzzle is one of the ones that was gifted to me from Sam, and I showed them to you in a recent puzzle haul, and it was this one. I actually really liked the image on this one. I thought it would be a good fun speed puzzle, and this one's called Hang Loose. So here is my time lapse on Hang Loose and my time on that one. So I hope you enjoyed watching that one. I really did enjoy that puzzle. It was good. And yeah, pleased with my time on that one as well. So before I say goodbye, I would like to just give you a few of my thoughts on how online speed puzzling differs from in-person speed puzzling. Now, I've now done 2 online competitions and 1 in-person one. So I don't have vast swathes of experience, admittedly, but my one experience in-person speed puzzling was at Worlds, so it was pretty big, a lot of days speed puzzling. I don't honestly know if I'm better doing it online at home or if I'm better doing it in person. I kind of feel like the atmosphere in a speed puzzling competition, a physical one where you're actually there surrounded by other puzzlers, I kind of feel like the atmosphere is totally different. Obviously, you know, home is different to other places, especially when you're in a different country. But I personally found that the atmosphere at a competition spurred me on more. I found that it gave me better times. I mean, I was lucky with some of the puzzles that came out. I'd done them before, but even the puzzles I hadn't done, I was really pleased with my times. I just got into a zone with it. I think because I didn't have my house surrounding me and those kind of homely distractions. My kids weren't there. I was surrounded by puzzle people and puzzles and puzzling, and it was just all about that. And I found that really helpful. I just found that really helped put me in a zone. So I definitely think the atmosphere between the two being so different and being at home versus being in an actual competition really makes a difference with my performance personally. There's also differences in terms of the general kind of hubbub. Like in a in-person competition, you can, it's relatively quiet, but then, you know, you get this thing happening when other people start to finish, people start cheering, and so you know where you're at in the puzzle, but you also know there's people finishing, so that can be off-putting, and it can be a little bit disheartening when you're thinking, oh blimey, you know, I'm so slow kind of thing, or I'm not going as fast as I should be, or whatever. That was off-putting in the in-person competitions, but at the same time, to a certain extent, there was that in this competition as well, in the Euro Jigsaw Jam, because I could hear Michelle on my laptop. She does a bit of commentary when we're doing the puzzle, and you can hear her talking about how other people are doing. She interviews some people who have finished, so you do have an idea of you know, when people are finishing and how far you are. So you do have that comparison, but there is a choice to turn that off. When you're at home, I couldn't turn off the crowd in Spain, but I could just turn the volume down on my computer and I would have had no idea how anybody was doing. So I don't know if that would be better for me psychologically when I'm doing it at home, or if that knowledge of other people and the more competitive aspect of it would help me. Maybe in the June one, I may have to try just turning that down and just focusing on the puzzle. I mean, this is another thing. With the June one, I'm actually hoping to live stream that. So I'll be building the puzzle and you'll be able to see me doing it kind of real time on the live stream. And there'll be a live stream chat available for everybody. So perhaps, you know, for the sake of the live stream, it would be better to have that turned down as well, so you can hear me, but you can't, you know, hear Michelle in the background. But it would be an interesting thing to see if that helps me or maybe makes me feel too relaxed. I don't know, because the thing is, when you're in your house, you are generally relaxed. So it's a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to do more and try different things to see which one which arena I kind of thrive in better. But there is no doubt I do really enjoy in-person speed puzzling competitions. There's just nothing quite like it. And it's obviously lovely meeting other people. You don't really get to meet the other puzzlers in this. You can interact obviously with the organizer and talk about it afterwards on Instagram or something, but there's no real interaction with the other puzzlers. So there's that, you know, that's a drawback in online speed puzzling. But it also, online speed puzzling, on the flip side, it makes it so accessible. You don't have to travel to Spain to take part in a competition. You don't, or anywhere. You just do it in your home, and it means you still getting involved in that kind of community, which is great. I mean, I think it's a really, really good thing. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on some of the differences and, you know, how it feels different and how maybe one is perhaps more of a productive kind of a scenario for certain puzzlers over the other. There's also the fact that I'm surrounded by tech when I'm doing an online speed puzzling competition. When I was in Spain, I had my phone on a stand, I pressed the button and that was it, I left it. If it didn't record, it didn't record. You know, I didn't worry about it. Here, I've got my lights, I've got my laptop because I need the Google Meet on. It needs to be looking at my puzzling area. I want to record it for videos and things like that. So I had a camera up there and I had a camera there. I mean, I didn't have to go overboard really with that, but you know, when there's so much tech involved in something, and especially when there's like Google Meets and things like that, I'm just always worried something's gonna go wrong. Like, what if I just get thrown out of the Google Meet, or there's a power cut or something, you know? I was just like, there is that as well, that kind of worry as well, all the setup and everything. So yeah, that's maybe a hang up of my own, but yeah, that's kind of a different element to it as well. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. I've sort of nattered on long enough. I hope that you are looking forward to the competition on the 13th of June. I think it would be great if it was a brand I've never done before. I do enjoy doing new brands, although that might slow me down. I don't know. Who knows? There might be a different funky piece cut. Might be larger pieces. I think they did a recent one. One of the recent Euro Jigsaw Jams had larger pieces in. So that's going to be different if it ends up being one of those. Either way, I think I'll really have fun with it. I do enjoy the atmosphere of these speed puzzling competitions, so as long as I have fun, that's the main thing. But again, hoping to live stream this on the 13th of June, so look out for that. I will be putting up notifications and posts and things to let everybody know what's happening and when. And yeah, you can come join me on my live stream, watch me puzzle and have a chat with everybody, and that would be brill. So I will leave it there. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I want to thank everybody that was showing their support for me in the live chat on the live stream that Euro Jigsaw Jam was doing. You know that one or two of you were saying go Vicky and things, so that was really lovely as well. Thank you so much for that. And thank you also to Michelle again for inviting me to participate. Thank you for sending me these puzzles. I'm having so much fun so far. Can't wait till the next one. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.